So I've chosen a basket for Mother's Day this year. It's more of a traditional, warm mother's feeling to me. I picked something that a lighter color, and size-wise, this is a pretty hefty size, so you can get pretty large or you can keep it within. So first thing I'm going to do is green it up with this green here called Pittosporum. And usually I'll chop it up to smaller pieces. Just basically hide the Oasis foam and any mechanics that you would see. I chose a nice selection of colorful pastel pinks, purples, lavenders, sort of a blend, a little bit of blue. We have things like hydrangea, we have lilies, we have stock, we have Gerber daisies, we have snapdragons, roses, Masamoto asters, Monte Cassino, and Bluperum, which is just a very soft little fluffy green flower. I usually have a tendency to start with my larger flowers first and work my way to small flowers and fillers later. You can work with either a clipper or a knife, whatever you're more comfortable with. Now designing, when I have open flowers, I kind of design as nature would take it. As the flower grows, the lower flower has a tendency to open first, and your closed flower would be towards the top. So I kind of follow that in design. This is stock, comes in many colors. It's also fragrant. I usually like to clean a lot of the foliage from the stem, so it keeps the water cleaner and also makes it easier to get through and design. And I cut mostly everything on an angle. So the sharper the angle gives more of an entrance way to the stem. Definitely do not want it near any sunny area or window or any form of heat. Cool room temperature is probably the best way for longevity, and keeping the water supply full, which means water in like 2 or 3 days. Add a little glass of water to the center in between the flowers just to keep the foam wet. These are beautiful. These are Gerber daisies. Very exotic looking, unique color. And I'm kind of designing in a little bit of garden style. Some things I'll separate, some things I'll keep together. And it gives it another feeling when you have clusters of flowers. It gives its own little garden feel. Also, when inserting into the foam, you really want to make sure you're pushing into the foam, because if you just touch the foam, it's not going to get a good water connection. So the deeper you go into the Oasis, which is the foam, the better it'll drink. Some beautiful roses. Just the combinations that you pick also have a lot to do with it. It just comes together. These are snapdragons. Anything that's smaller and more delicate, I usually put in later on, whether it's Monte Cassino or wax flower or baby's breath. It kind of softens it a little bit. A lot of times we bring in other little accents like ribbons or tulle for Mother's Day. Also for Mother's Day, there's many things you could add in. If you want to bring in things like a butterfly, you could bring in things like a bird. Not that I want to put everything in here, but we also sell a lot of cute little hard good attachments that just something when the flowers are gone, they'll keep this and they'll remember that was the Mother's Day gift that her son gave her, and it's just something cute.